go because we got to speed this up a little bit. Penn State at Wisconsin, dude. Credit Penn State, man. I know Wisconsin kind of let that game go at the end, but Penn State keeps winning ball games. That's a tough environment. Playing against a team that was playing really good football. I know James Franklin touched on this in his post game interview. But I I've been down on Penn State, and I maybe still not sold on them being a national championship team, but dang, to me, this was still an impressive win for me. Is that how you feel, or do you feel a little bit different?
Yeah, I think so. It I don't think of them as this elite national title contender, even though they're ranked right there, third overall.
Yeah.
But this is a game that they have lost in the past. This is a very losable game. They did what Ole Miss could not do against Kentucky, right? Ole Miss is a team with little margin for error right now because they lost to Kentucky. And Penn State, in a similar situation on the road in conference, loses. Or maybe that Ole Miss game, was that at home? Or was that in?
It was in Oxford.
Yeah, which is great. Even worse than that. Regardless, though, Penn State did what Ole Miss couldn't do, and they got to win. And now it gives you some kind of margin of error the rest of the way if you are to lose to Ohio State this weekend. And by the way, that game is still super winnable. It's still super winnable, but it gives you that margin of error to make the playoffs, to be a high-ish seed, to have a favorable first-round matchup. Yeah, this is big time for you. And Bo Pribula came in and did some good things. And listen, I don't think Drew Alar has been the problem at all, but I do think when Pribula's in there, he gives you a little different skill set that we've seen Andy Kolnick, we've seen these other teams kind of get a jump from. If you have a dynamic athlete back there to help your running game, to help those two backs, Allen and Singleton, and maybe kind of, if you don't have the elite separators, you don't have the elite players to use a guy with the arm talent of Drew Alar, maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. Now, I still think the ceiling's with Drew Alar on this team, and it sucks that he's hurt. I hope he's okay. I don't know what happened there against Ohio State next week, but damn, man. Down at halftime, on the road, night game.
Back quarterback,
and you get it done there. And you get it done, and you pull away, and it wasn't really a sweat in that fourth quarter. It's impressive. It was impressive. Defensively, you're playing well. You're turning the ball over. You kind of stopped the run there, which you needed to do, because we talked about it in the preview. Braden Locke is good for at least one interception a game. He is, and that was a big one. That pick six was huge in turning that momentum.
Yeah.
And you stopped the run. So credit to Penn State. They did what they needed to do. They got out of there with a win. They probably not that they shouldn't have won more handily, but it was a close game there for a while because Penn State was kind of efficient. They just couldn't finish drives, and they kind of had, different things going their way. But yeah, I mean, this is the game you're like, this was probably a trap game. It could have turned into one if you did not stop it from happening midway in that third quarter. And credit to Penn State and James Franklin.